Hey, it's Andre. It's time for a Friday the 13th flying update. You're looking at footage from the Fun Cub. I'd really hoped the Skyhunter 1.8 meter twin would have been mated by now, but we're looking at some pretty gnarly winds this weekend, and then Sunday is wet, according to this. So we're losing the weather. I will try and get out and get the Skyhunter into the air as soon as I can, but most days now until after December, like late December, when we start regaining some daylight time, by 4 o'clock the sun is setting and we're running out of daylight really rapidly. Not enough time to get out and actually shoot a video. So this weekend I think it's going to be the Fun Cub is going to get the nod to fly. I'll probably actually take the Defiant D28 back out again. I made some changes to the FPV system. I've actually added some nose weight as well. After the last video, it was a little pitchy. So Sean was like, yeah, get a little nose weight and fly faster, which makes total sense. So there's just a little bit of nose weight there, and that should make all the difference. Really enjoyed flying this. I've made a tweak to the FPV recording system to widen out the video. It kind of changes the aspect a little bit, but when I zoomed in the video in the last one, you lose some of what the view from the camera lens is. So we'll make some tweaks and go. I'm really enjoying FPV again for whatever crazy reason. It's just been a lot of fun, and I've got a ton of little projects. Like I was almost tempted to put the split into the flight test Scout. That's the split that Frank sent me, but I was kind of like, oh, whoa, slow down. Too many projects all at once, you know. And then I looked and went, oh yeah, the Tundra. I've got the pan and tilt set up for the Tundra, but in 40-kilometer-hour winds with FPV, that just feels a little crazy. So I said, all right, let's cut back to basics. I want to burn off some battery packs that I hadn't used up last weekend, and like even the Mamba 10, I owe it another flight. Unfortunately, the GoPro cut out during that video, and I lost all my ground footage. So lots of projects on the go. Speaking of FPV ships, I've got this is like version 1 of the TBS Warlock, and I've got parts and equipment ready for that one. And this is another fantastic FPV twin ship that I really want to get going, because I think it's going to be actually a really good airplane to fly in the winter. I mean, things like when the 1.8 Skyhunter, which fits in the car, incidentally, with the back end off and everything, fits in the car beautifully, but the conditions, if it's like gusty, who wants that kind of weight and size beside your head as you're trying to take off? I will be jumping into all those INAV boards as well and just going. And then Captain Drone, as I mentioned in a previous video, had thrown this the Get RC GEP RC Sinai HD at me, and I'm even really impressed with the little Kodi FPV onboard video recording system. Even it sounds. So I'm like, cool. Not that you're going to hear much with the little blades spinning away, but you know, I'll get back into my multi-rotors. I mean, who does that in the winter? But hey, you know, I've got it. It's be fun. Picked up some wire because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of wiring on the Skyhunter, and then I've got the Chimera, the View Aero System Chimera there, so I picked up some flexible wire, silicone wire, and a light gauge, so I can do all things like the VTX transmitters and all this stuff, and the GPS. So I think that's 24 gauge. I might even try and get some lighter gauge just for all those little things, individual strands. So you run it out, spool it up afterwards, and make it clean and custom and everything. That way it fits in your aircraft just right. So yeah, I'm slowly punching away through all these projects, trying not to do too much, but also having fun. Speaking of fun, Huge thank you. I'm almost reluctant to jump into the subject matter because it's been so up and down all week. I think the channel, thanks to everybody who's subscribed and everything and contributed and just joined in, I think the channel has finally surpassed 3,000, which is awesome. It's not a priority, but it's neat to set a benchmark, and it's been a good motivator. I don't know if you've seen the uptick in video content, and I'm trying to make a point of doing it. I mean, it's not always stellar content, but it's content, and I'm out there flying, and I'm being real. You saw all my whoops and issues when flying the D28, and that's just, why not? So thank you. I'm going to have to remind myself to do that whole spiel about subscribe, like, and hit that notify button, because I know from the stats, and this is common among a lot of YouTube channels, that the majority of people watching aren't subscribed. So hey, subscribe. Not that it matters, but it's just something fun, and it might help get me back into the review stream, which I don't even know if it's a priority. I'm having so much fun with all these projects and really rediscovering what the hobby means to me. So then that goes with the podcast and everything. So I do them because I can, and it's just it provides me a lot of enjoyment, a lot of interlinking with the community and everything. So there we go. This weekend I'm going to try and get out and shoot as much as I can on the Saturday, and then jump on the bench and pick a project and just have a lot of fun. There's tons for me to do, tons of things I'm building towards the winter and everything. So I'm Andre. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, think about it. Have a wonderful weekend. Ciao.